Hi, I'm Tashi, and welcome to my home. Today, we're going to be talking about how I made this sweater that I'm wearing. Full reveal at the end. So I saw this sweater that I really liked pop up on an Instagram ad. I started swiping through the pictures and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I want it. And then I saw the price. $330, in my opinion, is way too much to spend on a knit cardigan. So I decided, I could probably make it myself. And while what I made is not exactly like the original, because I added my own flair to it, including kind of changing up some of the colors, it was way worth it because I ended up spending a fraction of the price buying the yarn for the sweater. So I bought my yarn from Hobby Lobby, and the grand total that I paid for my yarn was $38.20. Boom. $38 versus $328. I will take my $38. I will say this project was not without its snafus. At one point, I did have to undo an entire panel, actually this entire panel of the sweater because I made it too big. And the sweater is still pretty big. It was a lot of just like trial and error. A lot of stuff got undone and remade in different ways, but I think it came together really nicely. What else do I want to say? So without further ado, here's a little bit more about my process.
Now, I don't actually have a pattern for this, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how it all comes together in the end. It's not going to look exactly like it, obviously, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I might try to find different patterns online that I could kind of piecemeal together. And I think the approach that I'm going to take with this, what I thought would be the easiest way to kind of approach this is to start with the easiest portion, which are the granny squares. So I'm probably just gonna crochet all of the granny squares that I need first and use all my fun colors, and then I'll come back with plan B when I get there. So I hope you stick around for the journey. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun and I'll keep you posted.
I cannot believe this day is here, but today is the day that I am hoping to finish sewing together my sweater that I have been working on since December. This is the back panel, and I just need to finish attaching this final cable piece. I've got it all pinned in place, so I figured that while I'm doing that, I would just record and kind of talk about my process. It's been a lot of fun designing my own piece, but it's also been just a lot of work. I didn't realize how much I would like it though, and I'm so excited for the end result. I really hope it turns out because I have put so much time into this piece that if it doesn't turn out, I will probably cry. I will probably cry. I will cry. I will be so sad. So I am so excited to actually try it on. I've got the second front panel blocking right here. So once that gets straightened out, then I'll have both of my front panels done. So here's the one side, boop, just like that. And then once that's done drying, I'll have that. And I got to figure out how I'm going to block this back panel because this is the biggest blocking board that I have. That's all I have. So I might have to block my back panel half and half. I don't even know if that's a thing that you can do, but I have no other options. So we're just gonna do the best that we can with what we've got. Oh my gosh, this is just such an exciting day, guys. Such an exciting day. I think I'm just gonna slip stitch all of this together because at this point I'm not trying to be fancy. I'm just trying to finish. Story of my life. I don't remember honestly the last time that I finished a giant crochet project. I've done tiny crochet projects, but I've never made a blanket before. I think I've started 5 blankets in my lifetime and just I can't finish them. They are ambitious projects, man. If you are a blanket maker, kudos to you because I get bored. I get so bored so easily when I'm doing the same thing over and over and over with the same color. That's why I love this sweater. Because it's so different. I've gotten to mix up my colors and my patterns and my stitches, and I think that's why I've actually been able to stay with it. I've also discovered throughout this process that I love making granny squares. I had never made a granny square before doing this sweater, and I'm obsessed now. Like, I think all of my projects from here on out are gonna have some form of granny squares. I am just all about that instant gratification. Being able to like finish a granny square, you know, in 20 to 30 minutes and then have something to show immediately for the time that you're putting in is it's the motivation that I need to keep going to. And I am planning to write a pattern for this sweater this summer. That's going to be one of my summer projects. So I know that seems very far away, but please stay tuned because that will be coming soon. There are definitely some things that I'm going to tweak with the pattern. So I will be making another one as I write the pattern because I want to add more granny squares. I just don't think there are enough granny squares. But I do love the textures. I just think that there's some ways that it can be a little more simple. Like, I honestly think I'm going to remove the cable knit from my pattern that I make this summer. I don't know, like it's kind of cool, but I don't think it's necessarily necessary. And it's really hard. And I want this to be kind of beginner friendly as well. Cable knit, not beginner friendly, like not even remotely. So I think I'm just gonna remove all of the cable knit patches and then I'm gonna have to replace them. So like there's a tiny cable knit patch right here on this front panel, and I think I'll just replace it with a granny square. And then I was thinking I might replace a lot of the back panel with granny squares as well instead of this giant cable knit. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It'll be a journey that I am excited to take this summer. It'll be my first pattern I've ever written, so that'll be exciting as well. So if you have any tips, please comment and give me all your advice and your tips because I don't really have friends that crochet, and so I'm kind of like flying solo on this adventure of mine. Yeah, so if you want to be my friend, I would love that. Please be my friend. I need more crochet friends. Be my friend. Okay, I just finished. Ah, oh my gosh. Just finished putting the back panel together. This seems so big. Like, ugh. Oh my gosh, this seems huge. I'm getting really nervous about how this is going to come together. I'm worried it's going to be just like massive on me. But I did measure because I'm basing it off of one that I found in online that I loved, and then one of my local stores like got it into the actual store. So I went and tried it on and I took measurements of it and everything seems to be lining up well. So I'm hoping that it comes together. I think if I have to redo any piece of this, it's going to be the arms because it's supposed to be like really like baggy everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. That comes down pretty far. So if my sleeves might be too long. But that's not a big deal. If I have to redo the sleeves, I have to redo the sleeves. I can probably save the ones that I already have made for another project or whatever. I'm so close. I'm so close. Oh my gosh. So I have to figure out how I'm going to block this big bad boy because she needs to be blocked. I mean, look at this. That's very uneven edges. So I just kind of want to clean all that up a little bit before I sew the whole thing together. And then we'll have the try on. Ugh, I'm so excited and nervous. All right, I attached one of the sleeves and the front panel. And before I get too far, I'm just gonna try this half on because just holding it up to myself, I think I'm gonna have to redo the sleeves. I think they're gonna be way too long, so. I mean, they're definitely long, but it's not terrible. Oh gosh, this is a hard decision. I hate sewing and I don't want to like, I don't want to sew this whole thing together only to have to unsew it. Oh, it's so cute. You know what? This is my first one. I'm gonna make another one this summer. I think I'm just gonna leave it. We're just gonna do it. Cause I love long sleeves, like especially in the winter, you wanna be all cozy. And like I always pull my sleeves over my hands anyways. So yeah, okay. I just needed to like I needed to talk it out and convince myself, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, all right, I'm gonna finish sewing the rest of it together. All right, I figured I would kind of just talk through my process of how I brainstormed and kind of created this sweater. What I did was I mapped out my plan on just a piece of paper. And so I started by drawing each panel and sleeve and kind of laying out like what different blocks I was going to need for each kind of section of the sweater. I took measurements of a sweater that I owned already and kind of tried to compare it with that and make it comparable. So but it was kind of hard because I didn't have the original sweater when I started this project. So that's kind of like how I brainstormed, and I've just been taking lots and lots of notes. Like you can see all of my notes that I've been taking while I've been kind of making this sweater, just marking down like how many stitches I did and all of that. And there are definitely things that I want to change when I remake it this summer, but overall I'm just so thrilled that it's actually come together and that it's going to be wearable. That's what I was most worried about, is if it was going to be wearable or not. So yeah, so pumped. I finished sewing it together. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. And I'm super excited to try it on and see how it fits. It looks really big, but I think it'll be okay. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, the sleeves are definitely long, but for this first one, that's it's fine. Like I'm not too worried. So I know now when I redesign it this summer, I'm definitely gonna make the sleeves a little bit shorter. But oh, this is so cute. Oh, how fun is this? Okay, so I still have to add ribbing along the bottom and around the sides here. So it is going to be a little bit longer, and this is pretty short. So I think I will do a pretty thick ribbing along the bottom. And then I'll do a thinner one kind of in here because there is, I don't need a lot of ribbing right there, but oh my gosh, how fun is this sweater? I'm really digging this right now. It's 3:30 a.m. I've given up on getting any more sleep. I've been tossing and turning for a couple hours, laying wide awake for the last half hour because I cannot stop thinking about this dang project. All I have to do is finish the ribbing for the bottom and the inside edges, and this is how far I am. And I don't even want to tell you like how many hours I've been working on this. It is cute as heck, and it is going to look so good when I put it on. But I also have like 3 other projects that I want to start, and so I just want to finish this. I want to finish this today, but I realistically, I don't think that's gonna happen. Ow, I have something in my eye. So anyways, I have this much done of the ribbing, and I need to get like this much done. Yeah. So I'm just gonna sit here and crochet until 5 o'clock when I work out. And yeah, my friend and her daughter are coming over to hang out today, so I don't know how much I'm actually gonna get done because they're gonna be here like all day because they live in the country, and when they come to town, they don't want to go back home. So we're just gonna we're gonna see how much we get done because I wanna start on my other 20 projects that I have. go to Crochet Town at 3:30 in the morning. That's what all cool kids do. Yep. Lunch. Shoot. Go play with your friend. I'm trying to record over here. It is now officially a normal human time for waking, meaning that it is 7:30 in the morning, and I have already crocheted a lot. Look at how much I got done. It's getting so long. So proud of myself. I think I just undid a little bit of it. Oh well, but still, so long. I'm so excited. So I think I might be over halfway done. Yay, go me. I do this all day. I also worked out, I had breakfast, I took a shower. I can tell it's going to be a bad hair day already, curly girl problems. And I wanted to show you this. Can I see that?
Thank you.
And I wanted to show you this because I did something to the sweater. You want to show everybody your beautiful face? Look at this beautiful face, all these beautiful faces. Okay, now go away. So I did something to the sweater. I made an executive decision. I decided that the sleeves were way too long. When I put the whole thing on, the sleeves were literally like pulling the sweater off my body. So I was like, ooh, genius life moment here. I don't actually have to undo the entire thing because I crocheted the sleeves from the top down. So I was like, what if I just take off the cuff and then remove the orange part? And so that's what I did. And so now they fit way better because I removed like this much of the, I mean, it took like a solid hour to do, but I think it was worth it. Now the sleeves fit kind of normal. Oh, so much better. Like they're still long. Yeah, definitely still long, but you can at least see my fingertips now. So just imagine how long they were before. So definitely when I remake this, I will be making the sleeves shorter. The ribbing is just gonna go all along the bottom of the sweater. Oh my gosh, so I actually have a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely over halfway done. Or maybe halfway. This might be halfway. But yeah, it's gonna be so cute. And then all I'll have to do is whoop, a little bit there. I'm crushing it. I look so cute in my sweater. Feel so cute in my sweater. Don't break my sweater! Ah! Just a quick public service announcement. Don't try to steam anything directly onto a wooden table. It'll ruin your table. Yeah, I got in trouble for that one. Are you ready for the reveal? I don't think you could ever be ready for the magnificence that is about to hit your screen. Ah, look at this. Ooh, she cute. I love, 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 love. So obviously this is meant to be a really baggy sweater, but I will say that this is a little bit baggy for me, especially the sleeves got a little bit long, which I talked about earlier, and how I kind of fixed those. So that'll be something that I changed. This ribbing was also very challenging to do, but I do really love it. So I think for the final pattern, I'll probably keep this ribbing, and I'll probably keep a lot of the front panels the same, but just make them a little bit smaller. I think this would be like a good size for like a large, extra large individual, but a small, medium person like myself, this is a little bit too big. I think I want to bring it in like a few inches. Like I think if it were there, they would fit a lot better. And then the back panel, I'll give you a little close up of that cable knit there. So I love the cable knit on the back of this, and then there is a little patch of it right there as well. While I think the cable knit is super cute, cable knit is not beginner friendly, and I want my sweater to be really beginner friendly. And so I think when I remake this, I'm going to take out those cable knit sections. And so like on the front panel here, I'll probably just put another granny square, and then I might end up just doing some granny squares on the back as well, or just make it like a striped row pattern, because the striped rows does complement the stripes on the sleeve as well. So those are some of my ideas. I also am still debating if I like this this edge right here along the inside of the cardigan. My husband thinks that it needs to be wider or poofier or something. I sent a picture of it to my mom and my sisters, and they said it was fine. So I don't really know. I thought maybe I could add a little bit more, so I might kind of play around with that on my next design. But for this one, it took me 2 months to finish, and I am just so excited that I can finally wear it. Thanks for tuning into this episode. I hope you enjoyed and maybe learned a little bit along the way. If you liked it, please make sure to like the video and subscribe, and I will see you next time with another fun crafting video from Tashi at Home.